save, but to the wrong guy. Then Soyo comes away with it.
So I decided to slow things down. No need for them to rush. They have been able to score these past few plays.
Another check. Soyo working on buhay vigil. Brillantes providing the screen. Lock up, shoots, makes the three.
Brent Lakap is always steady and ready for the three. And he was already ready on the corner for that kick out. And once it got to his hands, he was just ready to shoot it.
Anin na lang ang lamang. Avillar spacing out, way off target. Navarro picks it up, pinasahan si Buhay Vigil, masyado ring malakas. Tatakbo dito ang Sarangani. Ryan Lakap, dire-diretso. Muntik nang makapuntos pero may foul na itatawag laban sa Marikina.
When you're watching Brian Lakap, really have to close down on the left side. That is his strong suit, either from shooting or driving.
Last play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. And Estacio, pick off balance and manages to maintain control and score. Ryan Lakap played last season with Valenzuela. It's good on the first free throw. Former Mapua Cardinal. Coach John Calios. Sarangani, multiple times nalabangan sila ng malaki pero nakakabalik. Now, trimming the deficit to 4.
You actually look at the scoring this quarter, 10-2 in favor of Sarangani. They're doing it the right way, slowly but surely here in this quarter.
Vigil beginning to miss. Avillar. Ayun. Babalik ang bola sa Sarangani.
Nahihirapan ng Marikina on the inside. The size of Sarangani is just too much. We're talking about the starting five in Alves and Rangel. Now you put in Brillantes and Destacamento, almost the same height at 6'6" and 6'7".
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Pinalik na si Jetroy Scotto for Marikina. Soyo, nothing happened on that initial action. Reset their offense. De Soyo pass fake. Friendly bounce on that leader.
Well, they really trusted Alex De Soyo on that play. Talagang binigyan ng screen, re-screen, able to drive and find a teammate.
Pulling up around the free throw line. Jetroy Scotto. Balik sa anin ang lamang na Marikina. De Soyo, Brillantes, Lakap, Destacamento at Leland Estacio kasama sa loob para sa Sarangani. Estacio catches the pass against Buhay Vigil. This has been the matchup at that small forward spot. Estacio beginning to find confidence and will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Estacio actually has 7 rebounds already in this ball game. Pero kung papanoorin mo yung sistema ng Sarangani, they really are trying to create for Leland Estacio, either from the outside or give him driving lanes eventually. Either single screens or drag screens or maybe even double screens for him to get open. So finally he gets a driving lane here.
MoneyPay is the digital wallet built for the community. Leland Estacio. Tulis yung pangalawa. Oh, great job by Destacamento of keeping himself inbounds, picking up the offensive rebound. 3-point lead. Pwede pang mataktisan yan at yun na nga ang ginawa ni Brian Lakap. Lead down to 1.
Again, talking about the left side of Brian Lakap, this guy is an elite left side attacker because he is a lefty. He didn't close down on the left side. He was able to get that layup.
Nine bodies with Brillantes. Nasa palabas kay Ace Yapson. Someone was smart to walk down the lane and see a 3-second violation against Marikina.
They tried to challenge the inside defense of Sarangani, but the size is too much. There's nothing you can do on the inside itong Marikina.
Halfway point of the second quarter. Chance for Sarangani to take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Ludovice, pinabantayan maigit ni zone. Ivan. Saan si Destacamento. Get out of his range. Ball almost stolen away by Lander Cannon. But only leaving a second on the shot clock. Or wait a minute, I think they will reset this.
Possibly two, I think. But
2 or 3, no? Try lock up kanina. Winding down. So they'll put a little bit more time on the shot clock. But what do you like about how Sarangani has done here to catch up in the second
Oh,
quarter?
they didn't panic. Maybe Marikina was leading by a big margin, but they continued to trust their system. Eventually, they were able to find the shooters in Carlo Escalabre and Ryan Lacap. Now they trusted Lela Destacio to do the scoring load for them. And eventually, nakahabol din sila the right way. And of course, their size is doing a good job in protecting the inside.
Catch and shoot, Destacamento, umalog palabas. Scoring this quarter has been heavily in favor of Sarangani. Iwag. Saan si Jackson using that Sarmiento pick. Skip pass. Intercepted by Laka. Sidestep to Dovise. Lost his balance. Got it back. Laka open free. Short. Takiwag the rebound. Escoto will set the table for Marikina. Si Van Dovise. Coming off that elevator screen, he's got Sarmiento. Inatake depensa ni Estacio.
Charge.
Running into his chest.
It's hard to do. Sacrifice the body for a charge. Pero ganda ng basa. The Estacio closing down. Lane there was for Sarmiento. And the referees are forced to call a foul.
I really like what Estacio brings to the table for Sarangani. Such a big wing to put the ball on the floor to defend multiple positions. Tsaka ang ganyan, 6'2", 6'3", haba, kaya mag-dribble, kaya bumantay.
It reminds me a little bit of Joe Sanimes. Back in the day, playing for Pasig, playing for Mapua. Parang ganon. I think this guy has a little bit more three-point touch, but he moves the same, he walks the same.
Tsaka swag, no?
Tsaka swag, exactly. I do miss watching Joe Sanimes.
He was a walking triple-double
That's
when he
right.
was playing for Mapua. Ludovice, muntik nang makawala. Pero it was off his leg turnover against Sarangani. But they had the right idea. Marikina is in penalty. They're trying to attack the rim. Sarangani, on the flip side, has done a great job of defending without fouling. Destacamento with another rebound. Estacio will not force it up. Now he goes right through his defender. And Takiwag this time. Two UST guys again going at it.
I don't know if it's just me, but that really looked like a Joe Sanimes drive. That through the left, decelerates, and then eventually fishes for a foul. Parang ganun na ganun. And that is actually a very, that is actually a compliment to the game of Lela Estacio.
Parang sila, parang style nila Kyle Anderson.
Yes. Slow but steady.
Oo. Tabla na tayo, 33 all. Extreme ang subok at kompleto ang appliance brand ng Pilipinas. There are just certain guys that plays with that kind of pace so effectively. And include Leland Estacio in that conversation. He gives them the lead for the very first time, 34-33. Si Calon, pinagpahinga muna dito. Si Yen Esguerra, also a former GRU heavy bomber, nasa loob na for the Big's Burger. Maging si Renzo Navarro. Navarro catches, fires. Masyadong malakas.
A good line for Renzo Navarro. Can't really give him that much space because this guy is an elite shooter.
Destacamento swings it to the Vice. Estacio feeling it. Bit flat on that shot, however. Josh from behind against Sarangani.
They have to find a way limited Leland Estacio. He's getting most of the shots at already 8 attempts para dito kay Leland Estacio here in this ball game. So you do know that the system will heavily rely on Leland Estacio scoring for them.
Oops, challenge. Pwede. Pwede challenge. Coach's challenge requested by John Calios. He has some choice words with our game officials. Siyempre, alamin natin kung tama si Master JK sa aming pagbabalik.
Saranggani's challenge was unsuccessful. Foul on number 32,
Si Coach John Calios. No more complaints this time around. So, foul talaga eh. Kasi Williams.
That shoulder ball. He got off balance, but it's still a good call. It might be unintentional.
Renzo Navarro by mga pasajeros. They throw it away. Brian Lakap visibly upset. But more importantly, Sarangani a chance to extend this lead. Estacio nasubukan sa likod. So stay with the tenacity.
Really, the inside, they're having a hard time. They only have 12 points in the paint of their 33. And again, it's the size of Sarangani.
Corner exit, lock up, shot fake against Escoto. Two lefties going at it, stepping back, lock up, jumper, no good. Rebound, Takiwag. Navarro. What a pass. 3.3. Ito lang off to the left. From Esquera. Takiwag, bumuhol. Puts it in.
Off the swing, someone was bound to get open on the middle was Ed Takiwag. And he's the last guy you want to leave open for this team.
Nice to see him back. Ed Takiwag. Pinaaway naman ni Brian Lakap with a free of his own.
And Brian Lakap has been red hot this quarter. This is 10 points all in the second quarter para dito kay Brian Lakap.
Renzo Navarro. Escoto to Takiwag. Ito may small lineup right now for Marikina. Takiwag playing the small forward spot. Navarro off the dribble. Finds Escoto. 5 seconds left. Sinatako lang nagpasahan on this possession. Malakas. Esquera. Brian Lakap. Nakakataw siya sa likod doon. Actually, that was Vince Sarmiento. Someone's gonna get teed up here, I think.
Might be Coach John.
Warning lang.
The defense being brought in by Sarangani. That dribble drive offense by Marikina. They've been playing the past few possessions, has been unsuccessful. They're closing down on anyone, especially the inside. So they're forcing Marikina to shoot it from the outside. But even those outside shots, they're trying to follow and close out. So they're really making a lot of stops. They've only forced 7 points in this quarter para sa Marikina.
Marikina opting with more speed, inserting Louis Vigil, who's now playing as a power forward in this lineup that they have. Takiwag, kasahan si Navarro, catch it through three. El Anastasio clears it for Sarangani. 42 seconds left. Pwede pang tagtagan ng Sarangani lamang nila dito. Ludovice, working on Renzo Navarro. Oh, what a pass! Sliding in! 2 points! Plus 1! Galing dito kay King Destacamento.
A textbook pick and roll being played by Ivan Ludovice and King Destacamento, finding him on the inside.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Ivan Ludovice was able to time it perfectly. That's actually pretty hard. It's easy to go a pick and roll, but when to pass it for a perfect timing, Ivan Ludovice was able to show us how to do it. Ivan Ludovice was able to show us how to do it.
3-point lead. Navarro's pass deflected. Ludovice hits the deck, recovers, picks himself back up. Last shot time for Sarangani with 10. Foul on Marikina. They are in penalty.
Accidental foul galing dito kay Ed Aquino. He wanted to switch, but Ivan was trying to get that ball, so they accidentally hit each other.
Pwede pang i-extend yung kalamangan dito. If Luis could make his free throws. Marikina at 29 points in the first quarter, but just 7 here in the second. Playing of 2 quarters. Biggest lead by Marikina earlier was 14 points. Ivan, pasok parehong free throw. Marikina will use their last time out of the half to map out a play to end.
So yan mga Lodi, 41-36 po tayo in favor of Sarangani. Ayan. So play-in na po tayo. Do or die na po ang laban. Clippers kontra Golden State Warriors and Phoenix Sun kontra Portland Blazers mga Lodi.
Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan at your code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Happy to have you with us. Daming fans dito sa ating venue, One Arena in Cainta, Rizal. Just the second time overall in a regular season game na meron tayo dito sa Cainta. Sarangani, gagamitin din yung kanilang buzzer to signal that 9.8 seconds left. Escoto getting all the way to the half court. 5 seconds remaining. Takiwag, same spot. No. Put back, wala pa din. The tip-in is good for Lander Cano.
Good up the pick coming from Lander Cano. Never gave up on that play. 1 second remaining. Yet he had the right timing for him to tip it in. And more importantly, just to cut this lead to 3.
Daming fouls to give ng Sarangani. But wasn't able to box out Vigil and Cano. That's just in the nick of time. Good count for Lander Cano. And much needed basket, especially with how Leland Estacio has waxed hot here in the first half. Particularly here, 10 points 4 rebounds, most of his damage coming here in the second quarter.
We were talking about him that he would be the main scorer para dito sa Sarangani. We see that in what he's been doing. He has the ball a lot. He creates for him a lot of off-ball screens, and he has answered the call for him to be able to score 10 points in the first half para dito sa Sarangani.
That's why they are in the lead at the half, 41-38 over Marikina.
So halftime po tayo mga idol. Tatlo na lang po kalamangan ng Sarangani kontra Marikina.
Welcome to the opening of your 2026 MPBL regular season. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The one Bataan Risers. And now let's all welcome Bulacan Cuyas. Next, Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. The Manila Batang Quiapo. And now let's all welcome Marikina Beast Burger. Up next, the Maykawayan Marilao Gems. Next, the Pasay Voyagers. Ladies and gentlemen, Pasig City. And now let's make way for the Quezon City Black Bulls. And now for the MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights. And
So yun mga lodi, habang halftime po tayo, update lang po tayo sa mga nanalo kanina about sa NBA. Ayan, Orlando Magic kontra Boston Celtics, 108-113, panalo po ang Boston. Detroit Pistons kontra Indiana Pacers, 133-121 in favor of Detroit. Milwaukee Bucks 106 kontra 76ers, 126, panalo po ang 76ers. Memphis Grizzlies 101 kontra Rockets, and 131, panalo po ang Houston Rockets mga lodi. And kanina mga lodi, Denver Nuggets kontra San Antonio Spurs, 128-118. Ayan, panalo po ang Denver Nuggets kontra San Antonio Spurs. Cleveland Cavaliers kontra Washington, 117-130, panalo po ang Cleveland. Atlanta Hawks kontra Miami Heat, 117-143, and panalo po ang Miami Heat. Brooklyn Nets kontra Toronto Raptors, 101-136 in favor of Toronto Raptors. New Orleans Pelicans kontra Timberwolves, 126-132 in favor of Timberwolves. Utah Jazz kontra Lakers, 107-131 in favor of Lakers. Timberwolves versus New York Knicks, 110-96 in favor of Timberwolves. Charlotte Hornets. Dallas Mavericks versus Chicago Bulls, 128-149 in favor of Dallas. Phoenix Suns versus OKC, 135-103 in favor of Phoenix Suns. And Golden State Warriors, 110-115 in favor of Clippers. Tinalo po ang Golden State Warriors kanina mga lodi. So NBA highlights muna po tayo mga idol habang halftime po tayo. Ayan, tatlo lang po ang kalamangan.
Dre forgot about Dre. Dre on Dre crime number 7. Asa Newell taking folks to school as he goes. That gets in at number 7. And that's not a lamp. That's a jam that lands at number 6. 4 plays are hotter than Micah Potter as he goes with the lead. And Joanne Veriche making the plate. And back at number 3.
You will be going home with a Sports Plus jersey. Again, thank you very much, Vince Doroteo. At syempre sa ating mga kaligan. Isipin sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball.
Oh, it's game 80. Zingas misses on his second shot. Melton. The scene as the Clippers wrap up the regular season. I mentioned this just a minute ago. It
Might be a dress rehearsal. In just a second, but there's no question the Clippers don't turn their season around without Chris Dunn. The 4 on him. These are the lineups. I don't know if these will be the lineups on Wednesday. Should these two teams match up, there's a faint chance that the Clippers could get to 8, but let's focus on the Golden State Warriors. So this is essentially a dress rehearsal. The Clippers will play this game Wednesday against the Warriors right here and into it, though, and then I believe they would play Friday. As we like to say, not all minutes are equal. Out there is no one that plays harder minutes than Chris Dunn on the season for a variety of reasons. Reason why the Warriors are going to be able to be in that playing bracket despite all the crazy injuries that they have had. Porzingis misses on his second shot. Melton the rebound. But just gave a 3. A 34 night into the night's back. It's a 5-2 start for Golden State.
Well, one thing Kuczynski doesn't lack is confidence. He's gonna put it up, and he has the full confidence in his team.
Collins lays that one in. Off the bench and formed to be the backup center for Lopez. It's a tough night for Collins. Curry the three, do it all the way. 8-4. Golden State out in front.
To the season, and then all of a sudden, it can all be over.
But the way the Warriors closed last year with Jimmy Butler, knocks that shot down. It's a 10-4. The 8-minute mark in a rapidly moving first quarter. Collins in the mid-range. It's in. Couple of buckets for John Collins in his first quarter.
John was already going to be here for that jump shot.
Deflection. Guess who? Another larceny by Dunn. He's done a wonderful game. He's got 6 of the 10 for the Clippers here in the first quarter. 0 for 5 in his first quarter. The Jetsons baseline drive. Benoit stepping out the window. Porzingis able to tap that one in. Working around the basket. One of the 3 is short by Will Richards. Rebound goes back over to Curry for the 3. This was always one of the biggest deflating plays the Warriors would have in their media. That Curry is currently the lone starter out there. Inside to Gary Payton. Nice recovery by Don Miller. The slow step off the window. It's inside. Taps it in. And John Collins with 8.
Yeah, Collins is doing his work early once he anticipated where that shot was going to come off. That Collins is really good inside position.
favor of Golden State. Two teams played last in the Bay Area, but was within that game. Sanders inside.
Gave ourselves a chance to win, and that's what you want each and every night. I always appreciate the effort and the way these guys.
Lauren back, Sanders got three. It is good. Kobe Sanders continues to shoot the ball oh so well. Plenty of time to shoot. Pembroke. Wait the lane. Collins, the corner three. Pembroke in the ring. Foul. That we saw a year ago. They're going to see that possibly for Wednesday. Bogdanovich checking in and ripping the cords from three. How about that? You know what I can see does. Crowd interaction. There's a lot of ways we can go. We had a lot of fun with it this year. And Mark Lindsay was a lot of fun to watch. Had him a few times and did a great job. Shooting the straight on three, it is good. Clippers out in front by two. Steph Curry. Steph Curry became the 40th pair of brothers to play in a game together this month. Member in the three. He's holding the finish and feeling good. He's got 8 in the first half. I think the thought process kind of out of the equation. Spencer, it's a late three shot. He rains it in. Got to lead down to 2.
So halftime lang po tayo mga Lodi, kaya highlights lang po tayo ng NBA. Halftime lang po tayo, halftime. Tatlo lang po ang lamang.
Comes in out of nowhere and perhaps need to shoot back out on the wing. Leon down the lane, down the hatch it goes. Williams lowers the shoulder and lowers the boom, lays it in at the eye.
So it picks up his second foul. I just noticed the guy is not.
Okay mga Lodi, back to the ball game po tayo. Tabla na, all 41 na po. Sarangani kontra Marikina.
He's here in the venue. Pascual flips it up, get that one to fall, and then gives up a foul to prevent a fast break.
Out of this execution on the side of Sarangani, that is not how they got their runs.
Tight game at 41 apiece. Second deadlock of the whole game. Scotto. Skip pass, Louis Vigil. Turns down that outside shot. Now works with Lander Cannon. Hindi may pagpag yung depensa ni Lela Destasio. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Top zone. Sinutukan ulit yung tres. Wala pa rin. Pero may foul laban kay Ivan Ludovice on that rebounding pattern.
I like the way that Lela Destasio is moving his feet. He's not allowing any drive for Louis Vigil. And usually there's a shorter guy or a taller guy. Dito kay Louis Vigil on the same height. Medyo nahihirapan pa na si Louis Vigil in getting those attacks.
Vigil, extra pass on Vigilar, turns down an open shot, and it turned out to be a good decision as he scores, balik ang kalabangan sa Marikina.
And a good bump against Cady Rangel for him to be able to get that space to get that shot off. Would help, but just better offense galing dito kay Jeff Villanara.
2 minutes gone by in the third. Lalit tres, galing kay Pascual, lista mo na!
He has always had a clean line. A little space reminds me of JV Castro in our earlier game. Pero home court to. So iba ang gana nito ni Mix Pascual in today's ball game.
Now he has the basketball. He's definitely thinking about it. Entry pass, Rangel. Hook shot, no. Escoto. Bounce pass to Tiamzon. Numbers for Marikina. Ace Tiamzon absorbing contact and will earn himself 2 free throws.
He just struggled with this ball game. He is 0 out of 4. But hopefully this free throws can get him going. But one guy who has been going in today's game, there's an extra push, there's an extra motivation. It's not really coming off that guy, Mitch Pascual.
His grandfather always watching him, Sir Edmund Pascual. And he was really looking forward to Mix Pascual come back here dito sa court na kanyang kinalakihan. MoneyPay is the digital wallet built for the community. Bix Pascual played for San Sebastian, was actually part of the Gilas youth before. Played for San Beda in high school. Jamson, papaltan mo dito ni Ed Takiwag.
Patuloy sa promote si Ace Campion, 1 out of 2. You see everybody on the bench holding on to his head, trying to motivate him. We do know the capabilities of Tiamjon, but today it's been a struggle for him.
Inside, Estacio forcing his way in to earn himself 2 free throws.
I think Stasho is enjoying his spotlight here in Sarangani.
The game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Estacio takes good on the first free throw. Very stacked din kasi yung lineup ng USD. Although he had some chances to grab into the rotation, but Nick Caballero was there, Sportsky Patrigao, Jello Crisostomo.
Yeah, very deep lineup on the side of UST. So, and for a guy that can play multiple positions, it's not really the way Coach Pido handles things. But, you know, that's the beauty of the MPBL. If you troop on over, biglang lumalabas yung laro mo. It's like guys like Simon Sandago who didn't get a lot of minutes for FE. Goes to the MPBL, suddenly becomes a superstar and an all-star. So might have the same storyline para dito kay Ella.
Pascual gives up a foul as Ed Takiwag made his move. Counselor Elvis Tolentino tumawid from Marikina. Coach of the Jensen Warriors.
You are from Kaita.
Oh,
How far is Marikina from here?
lapit lang. Give or take mga 15 to 20 minutes.
Kaya marami tayong Mariqueños pala na nandito.
Tatawid lang talaga, literal. Tatawid ka lang ng Marcos Highway. Boy Alves coming in for Sarangani.
It's interesting how long the Sarangani team is. I didn't really notice because during the preseason, they were giving Lars Sunga 30 to 35 minutes per game. So now that he is injured, they're forced to play a lot more longer, which actually has a different flavor to it. Nahihirapan pa lang mga kalaban sa haba nitong Sarangani.
Meron silang sariling sampayan brigade. Uy, yun lang. Technical foul against Carlo Escalambre for flopping.
Fresh off the bench. You see the frustrations coming from the players of Sarangani. No need for that because that was already a stop on the side of Sarangani.
Yeah. They had the momentum. Instead, they give Louis Vigil a chance to tie the game with this free throw. Pati ko lang din, nanonood si Coach Mike Perez na may panahon pang bulahin tayong dalawa. Akala daw niya isa sa atin yung in-interview ni Lyra kanina.
Ang mas tanong doon, kailan ba hindi nanonood si Coach Mike?
Kaya nga eh.
Yun ang tanong doon eh.
Lahat yata ng laro sa MPBL pinapanood nun eh.
Updated.
45-44. Baseline inbound. Hoy, nakalusot si Jeff Abilionar.
Good knockout play coming from Jeff Abelionar. You know, you always like his movement off ball. Itong si Jeff Abelionar, and he was able to find an opening there.
Ludovice. Working on Jetro Escoto. He was able to draw a foul against him.
One of the teams really relying on the physicality of the ball game. Little reject coming from Ivan, pero naka-recover. Itong si Escoto, so no other option for Ivan but to use his body to his advantage, and he was able to fish for a foul.
First free throw for Ivan Ludovice is good. Tapla ulit, 46 apiece.
LGR is the official outfitter
of the MPBL. Exactly 4 minutes gone by in the third. Another lead change. Escoto. Abilidar. Being given space. Now the switch. Abilidar trying to punish. Sudovice down low. Met by Koy Alves. Great help defense. Tatakbo dito ang Sarangani. Escalambre pulls up. Silky smooth jumper from Carlo Escalambre.
Specialty of the house para kay Carlo Escalambre. When he gets off, it's special time for Carlo Escalambre. It could have been a highlight on the other end, but too strong on the spin para kay Louis Vigil.
Sudovice wants a word set. Navigating through a plethora of defenders. Nahanap niya off the left. Escalambre though, this time he misses. Soto. Find up si Vigil. Early post up. Yes, Escalambre. They spin baseline. Abilidar turns down the shot. Escoto will not. Get that shot to fall.
It's going to be a pull on the side of Koy Alves. Or is it good? Oh, it's going to be on Takeshi.
Yeah. Fast break of the game. Taken by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
No, it's not all the time when we talk about a fast break, that's a jump shot. But if you're Carlo Escalambre, who has that lift, who has that release, then it's a basic shot for you. Carlo Escalambre extends the lead to 3 para dito Sarangani.
Budovice. Foul. Both teams are in penalty. Back to the line. For the former San Pedro Red Lions.
It's not the first screen that's scary on Ivan Budovice. He uses the first screen to read what the options are. And on the secondary screen, dun niya ina-atake yung kanyang defender. So, that is the way he reads the defense. And he has gotten a lot of fouls from this quarter, from that kind of reads.
Doon siya magaling no? Hindi siya kasing shifty or flashy mag-dribble compared to other guards. But alam niya paano mag-navigate through a series of screens.
Right? It's not just a screen, it's a screen to a re-screen and then attack.
Disconcerting. So, dalawang free throws ulit. I honestly
49-46.
baka may technical foul or just a warning against I don't get why some people sa first free throw pa lang they commit that kind of violation na yung tatawid ka lang no then
Just to bother,
diba?
to mind games.
Yun nga, in the process, you give him another opportunity and that's exactly what he capitalizes on.
Some of them forget that we're on the pro levels. You can do it probably on the barangay level, an inter-town, maybe sa mga panalay. Pero dito, where you have 3 referees, you have multiple dozens of camera, you have all our chiefs here. So
51-46 tayo mga idol. Sarangani in favor.
Budovice, spinning off. Baho, may foul. Sino papipituan si Marilao?
There might be a question that Marilao to box out.
Both teams over the limit. So, binabati lang po namin si Jasmine Dulce. Galing kay Miguel Pereira. Ating game announcer pala yun. Ay, Lars Sunga in street clothes. Neki Maho at the line. Alam mo bang may sarili ang Facebook page, Mr. Suave?
Talaga?
Oh,
I have to be able to follow itong si Deo Timaco. Pero ang linis nung pagkakabigote nitong si Deo Timaco eh.
Naalala ko, mas makapalit sa lugar ko.
Kaya tinanggal ko na.
Timaho, sabay yung pangalawa. Alves having trouble with the left there. Foul away from the ball.
It's on the denial of Carlos Calambre.
Quite unfortunate because they are in penalty.
And it's already a good double on the blind side. Dito, they already got the double Koy Alves from the back. So could have been either a 5-second violation or Koy Alves was going to be forced to throw that basketball. Kaso off-ball ang naging foul. It was on the denial of Carlos Calambre.
Carlos 6 in the first. Nice to see him back in fine form after suffering that injury that forced him to miss out a year.
Good recovery. Carlos Calambre looks to be in good shape for him.
Pasok, bakal yung free throws. Biggest lead of Sarangani. 6 points, 53-47. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third. Sarmiento. Balik kay Ed Takiwag. Nothing really happening on this possession. Takiwag will force up a shot. Ball will stay with Marikina.
There's been no options on the side of Marikina. It's been all one-on-one. It's either Vigil or the Kiwag or Estacio forcing that one-on-one. They try to go for a two-man game pero wala talaga masyadong nangyayari sa opensa nitong Marikina lately.
Timao. Traffic. Bagsak si Barilao at si Leo Timao. Each other up.
But again, that was another one-on-one on their side.
Pascual, straight, long. Boy, Alves, offensive rebound. Aliano is in the game. Nakapasok lang for Sarangani. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Boy, Alves settles for a jumper. Back his own miss. Pascual. Floater. Not a good shot, really.
A lot of good options on the side of Sarangani, but they could not make a shot. And on the other end, 4 versus 3, then the Kiwag was lucky that he will be able to get a foul here. Maybe something could get going for Marikina after these free throws.
That's a great shot by Mix this time. Placed by Brian Lacap. And Takiwag. 3 minutes remaining in the third. It's good on the first free throw.
53-48 in favor of Sarangani kontra Marikina, mga idol.
Alala ko, kung doon nagkakamali against an FSA pa yun.
I have to remember this because
3 minutes left in the third quarter.
pero hindi ko masyadong maalala kung kay Ed Takiwag. I have to.
Hanapin natin yan. Alam ko meron eh. Hindi FSA, basta meron. As in, against a notable player. Much like how Kiefer tough against
Yes.
si Karim Abdul, di ba? 1 second left. Pintes yung tres ni Brian Lacap. Millionar. Sarmiento, pinasahan si Timao. They swing it to the other side. Everybody touching the basketball on this possession. Midget ending up with a post-up. Draws a foul. 2 free throws again for Louis Vigil.
Another offense on the side of Marikina. A quick ball swing, gumalawang depensa, able to get the foul on the post. Louis Vigil, and that's how you want to play basketball. You want everybody to be a threat on your offense. And Marikina, as deep as they are, they have to be able to utilize everybody on their offense.
Vigil switches in the first free throw. 12 points, 3 of 5 shooting from the line. Close game we have between these two squads. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Uy! Ituwa palabas pero si Vin Sarmiento nakawala. Oy, Alves got lost in the shuffle. Marikina trims the gap to 2, 53-51.
Marikina is also getting some luck here. Right place at the right time para dito kay Sarmiento. But those are really big buckets for them to continue to cut into the lead. They had a big lead in the first quarter. Yet after Sarangani getting the lead back, hindi pa nakakabawi ang Marikina dito.
Lock up at the line. Una. 54-51. Jalen Nebris nakakatuwa sa crowd natin ngayon. Hindi man naka-uniform na si David Licapo, they have definitely tuned in to basketball.
Yes.
Diba? Walang umalis eh. Halos puno pa rin yung venue.
But it's good that we got a good ball game.
Yeah.
54-51 mga Lodi. Lamang pa rin po ang Sarangani.
About the Vigil, Takiwa, these are names that have already given themselves respect here in the country. Ryan Lakap is continuing to make a name for himself.
14 points. Tibaho tries to answer. Too strong. Lock up. Grabs the rebound. Time winding down in the third. A minute and 30 left. Lock up will take it. Well challenged by Ed Takiwag. Louis Vigil. Challenge up top. Timao and Louis Vigil on the deck.
I was going to say that was a friend to Louis Vigil. The open court is his comfort zone. But a good challenge up top on Louis Vigil. Not a good fall on him, but seems to be a little shaken up. Pero mukhang okay lang naman, Louis Vigil.
Now challenging him well. Pati the angle of that track.
They haven't really found the right pieces, the right five from Marikina. Yeah, we continue to talk about how deep they are, a lot of big names, pero hindi pa nila mahanap yung tamang combination here in this lineup.
Yeah, actually si Beso Navarro pasok lang ulit for Marikina. Push. By Deo Timaho.
Right here, Timao with 1 point in the ball game. Ito namang si Pasajeros with 7 at least. Landayan with 0. But these are the guys that we're used to seeing donning that Marikina jersey and really giving a lot of numbers.
Coach Jeno Nepres wants to challenge that last foul call on Deo Timaho. Things not looking well after a hot first quarter for Marikina. We'll be back for the result of Marikina's challenge. MPBL, Marikina Pilipinas Basketball.
So yun mga Lodi, patapos na po yung ating third quarter ha. 57-51 in favor of Sarangani. Post challenge po tayo.
After the review, the challenge was successful.
Kaya naman pala nag-challenge si Coach Cartelo. Tingnan natin ha. Bumagsak lang.
Wala, that's a good challenge coming from him. Actually, there was no push yet. And there was already a fall coming from Carlos Calambre. He has to be careful though. He already got teed up for one taking a foul. So two might be an ejection for Carlos Calambre.
Aliano down low. Lock up. Try to back down Renzo Navarro. The help came from Marikina.
So the defense coming from Louis Vigil from the back.
Vigil in trouble, but bailed out with a foul. Ulit siya. So 15-9 for 2 shots.
On the side advantage against Charles Caliano. He continued to post. Tried to hesitate a bit, baka maiwan, but Caliano stayed in front. So he continued to attack on the left side. Eventually was able to get a bump galing kay Caliano. So that's gonna mean 2 free throws para dito kay Louie.
Vigil is only 4 out of 7 after that take from the line. Uy, si Steph Benito, napanood nga pala si Renzo Navarro. Congratulations to the two of them. They recently got engaged.
Congratulations, kapatid Renzo.
Yes,
On their engagement.
Counselor Coach Elvis Tolentino.
Hindi mo alam kung bumibisita para sa Marikina, scout para sa kalaban, or just a fan.
All in one. All in one. Tama. Parang papilang. Lakap. Santi Boy Alves will not take the shot. Steady drives to the hoop. Hang it up and in.
Communication on the defensive end. One wanted the switch, one wanted the follow. In the end, naiwan si Boy Alves mag-isa.
Time winding down in the third. 2 seconds left. Double cross. Navarro high off the glass and in.
The same miscommunication on the other end. There was a look on Koy and the other man. Mag-switch ba tayo? Help ka ba? Susunod ka ba? In the end, sa kakatingin nila, naiwan si Renzo Navarro for the layup. Let's watch this again. Koy looking at his teammates, switch. No help. Danny was late. Easy layup for Renzo Navarro.
Between the legs, cross over. The drive to the basket. Renzo Navarro gives Marikina a shot in the arm. They're still down into the fourth. By 4.
59-55 mga Lodi. Apat na po ang kalamangan ng Sarangani. Last quarter na po tayo mga Lodi.
Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Nandito po sa One Arena in Cainta, Rizal. Almost a full house. A lot of people on a Monday night. Always a good sign. Just our third day dito sa ating Season 8 ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Miss Carla Estrada is here in attendance. One quarter. Out to begin. Caliano. Kasama si Tani Maridao, Alex Besoyo, Boy Alves, at Ryan Lakap. Lakap backdoor cut. Wild shot. Fight for the basketball. Bumagsak si Lakap. Nasa kanila pa rin. But shot clock is winding down. Did not hit the rim. Besoyo. Cannon comes away with a miss.
Hit the ring.
Under Cannon. Ayun lang. Naunahan siya sa pwesto ni Boy Alves.
Oh, that is called cannonball. Because of how strong that bomb is. Pati si Lander natawa sa kanyang ginawa. It's a good call. It's a shoulder down. Koy was already set and ready to take a charge. Pero nakakatawa kasi it's the body of Lander that added a lot more power to that bomb. You know, on a normal basis, that would be called for a charge, but it wouldn't be a fall like that. Pero malakas talaga si Lander Cannon.
Saka as soon as may pito, alam na ni Lander. Wala na din, hindi na rin siya nagreklamo eh.
Pinalo na lang niya yung pader.
But making up for it, coming away with a stop. Vigil for three, hook it.
Slowly but surely, Louis Vigil is heating up in this ball game. He has 17 points in this ball game. It's a very efficient clip for Louis at 5 out of 11.
Pushing foul against Marikina. Skill pass from
Louis Vigil likes this matchup. Every time he sees Charles Caliano, it's either attacking
Isa na lang mga idol ang kalamangan. Isa na lang po lamang ng Sarangani. 59-58 in favor of Sarangani. 1 points.
against Charles Caliano. That's why it forces coach to actually substitute and put back in itong si Ivan Ludovic.
Sarangani 7 out of 22. 6 of 27 naman ang Marikina from the 3-point distance.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Coach Louis Gonzalez, who is watching
Lagi
as
din yan.
well.
Lagi yan.
Yan ang mga masarap na usap tungkol sa MPBL. Coach Louis, Coach Mike.
Right.
Sinagasaan daw nila under cannon.
That is an understatement. Then an Estacio to beat the buzzer and get that one to fall. Pagkakataon na makalamang muli para sa Marikina. Navarro, pocket pass, cannon, yes! Plus a foul!
A good answer coming from Lander Cannon. Ayaw na banggain. So this time around, he says, okay, I'm gonna go for a floater. He got the bump, got the float, more importantly, got the basket and the foul.
Play the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. And you like how Renzo Navarro set up Koy Alves there. Got him out of position. That's why he picked up a foul against Lander Cannon, who completes the 3-point play. Lamang na ulit ang Marikina, 61-59.
8 points, 4 rebounds for Lander Cannon. Very good minutes coming from him.
Ludovic, to Destacamento. Estacio drives, lost it, Mitchell.
That's something you don't want to do at this point of the ball game. It's pretty much just emotions and not quick thinking coming on the side of Sarangani. It was a 2 versus 2 opportunity. They thought that they could stop, but when they have the advantage, you are going to be called for an unsportsmanlike.
This was frustration more than anything else. Pagbigay sa foul doon Koy Alves.
And you don't want this. This is a chance for Marikina to extend their lead. The 2 free throws, and then eventually the ball possession will come back to them. Ang pinakayaw mo dito when Louis Vigil gets his confidence in, because this guy just gets hot in an instant when he gets his baskets going.
Mitchell short on the second, 6 out of 10 from the line. He has a total of 18 markers.